So I'm in a full face of makeup because I was supposed to go over and have a chat with my friend Jimmy Kimmel on his show.
That's Wanda Sykes on Wednesday, yet no longer heading to Hollywood Boulevard to be on Jimmy Kimmel Live.
As you have heard by now, the Jimmy Kimmel show has been pulled indefinitely, abruptly, because of complaints from the Trump administration.
And yeah, it actually wasn't even complaints, plural. It was complaint from the FCC chair, Brendan Carr, who's the only one upset about Kimmel's monologue.
It appears to be some of the sickest conduct possible.
Who's apparently now determining what Americans are allowed to watch. But really, this is all at the direction of Trump.
When you have a network, then you have evening shows, and all they do is hit Trump. That's all they do. All they do is hit Trump. They're licensed. They're not allowed to do that.
And they actually posted in July that Kimmel would be next. Kimmel was on vacation then and only came back on September 2nd. So yeah, Trump had to bide his time. And then 10 days later.
So let's see. He didn't end the Ukraine war or solve Gaza within his first week, but he did end freedom of speech within his first year. Hey, for those of you who pray, now's the time to do it.
It's pretty clear that our First Amendment, which is our right to free speech, is in grave danger.
Chelsea Handler was scheduled to be on Jimmy Kimmel Live on Thursday night.
I mean, people have always faced backlash for things that they've said. We've just never had the government and government agencies like the FCC leading the charge to silence people before. Well, not since McCarthyism, which is one of the ugliest times in American history. We have to be the one to make our voices heard and not capitulate to being silenced. I know things are scary, but this isn't a time for fear. It's a time for action. Peaceful, nonviolent mobilization and protesting loudly. This is the moment to find your community and speak up before it's too late. I know everyone's tired. I'm tired too, but I'm not tired enough to give away our democracy.
Kathy Griffin echoed that sentiment in an Instagram post, writing, "Please take it from me. It's important to have Jimmy Kimmel's back right now. Be vocal. Be an ideological consumer. Money is all their crowd cares about." Mike Birbiglia posted, "I've spent a lot of time in public and private defending comedians I don't agree with. If you're a comedian and you don't call out the insanity of pulling Kimmel off the air, don't bother spouting off about free speech anymore." Both Kathy and Chelsea are among the 650 plus comedians who've signed a statement in support of Kimmel. The signatures also include Jimmy Fallon, Lorraine Newman, Kevin Nealon, Margaret Cho, and Rosie O'Donnell. Rosie posted a photo of Kimmel writing, "This is unacceptable. F this fascist administration and corrupt corporate executives bowing to the orange monster. America is no more."
Do we want to live in a country where the government can silence its critics, where the FCC can hear something from a comedian that they don't like and can get that show taken off the air? A principle that is the foundation of our country, the Declaration of Independence.
The Daily Show's Michael Kosta shared his thoughts as he rollerbladed to the studio on Thursday.
The last half of the Declaration of Independence is about how we don't want to be a country oppressed by a tyrannical king.
And as comedians band together, this is definitely not an instance where ABC was hoping that the Avengers would assemble. But yeah, they are.
We saw Jimmy Kimmel's show was canceled. We don't know what the reasons are, really. It's very cloudy and murky. I don't understand what's happening right now. My industry doesn't understand what's happening right now. But what they do understand is our freedom of speech is being attacked.
Julia Louis-Dreyfus wrote, "I stand with Jimmy Kimmel Live. I stand for free speech. I stand for democracy. Shame, 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 ABC." Pedro Pascal posted, "Standing with you, Jimmy Kimmel Live. Defend free speech. Defend democracy." Tatiana Maslany urged people to cancel their Disney Plus, Hulu, and ESPN subscriptions on her Instagram story. And along with Avengers assembling, Olaf is slamming his Frozen boss. In regards to Jimmy Kimmel Live being pulled off the air, Josh Gad wrote, "Disney, this ain't it." Well, Ben Stiller tweeted, "This ain't right."
Well, it's troubling to say the least, and we all have to really take a moment and figure out how we feel about this type of thing.
Jason Bateman was asked about it on Today's Show on Thursday morning.
Because you just can't stand by and let stuff like that go on.
Kerry Washington posted directly addressing Kimmel, "What's happening to you and across late night is not just unfair, it's unjust. Silencing voices like yours and Stephen Colbert's goes far beyond just entertainment. It threatens freedom of speech, an independent press, and ultimately our democracy. You're not alone. I stand with you, my friend, always." And I want to point out what Kimmel actually said on Monday night, because that seems to be lost, of course, in all this when people just decide to make up what he said. So first off, he did not say anything about Charlie Kirk. A lot of headlines say he was pulled over Charlie Kirk comments. No, he didn't say anything about Charlie Kirk. The subject was Charlie Kirk's alleged killer.
We hit some new lows over the weekend with the MAGA gang desperately trying to characterize this kid who murdered Charlie Kirk as anything other than one of them.
Well, that's what Trump and J.D. Vance said over the weekend.
And it's radicalized on the left. He's a left. I have a lot of problems with the left.
This festering violence that you see on the far left, this is not a both sides problem. If both sides have a problem, one side has a much bigger and malignant problem, and that is the truth we must be told.
Kimmel was simply recapping or relaying what Trump and Vance said over the weekend. Like, he didn't say Tyler was MAGA. No. He said that, yeah, the MAGA crowd, MAGA gang, led by Trump and Vance, had said he wasn't MAGA. Wasn't one of them. Yeah, that's exactly what they said. Gene Smart posted that I'm horrified at the cancellation of Jimmy Kimmel Live. What Jimmy said was free speech, not hate speech. People seem to only want to protect free speech when it suits their agenda. It's great that she showed her support, but I mean, yeah, it muddles this a little bit because, yeah, it's not really an instance of free speech, really, because, yeah, Jimmy didn't really make a comment himself. Like, he didn't assert an opinion or a view. He basically relayed what Trump and Vance had said over the weekend. That's what blows my mind about this. I mean, obviously, this has nothing to do with really what Kimmel actually said. It's just a ruse to get him off air.
You could certainly see a path forward for suspension over this.
What are your thoughts?
If you have any concern or belief in real freedom or the Constitution and free speech, this is it. This is the deciding moment. This is the United States government silencing voices that they disagree with. FCC Chair Carr put this out. This is his directive. This is the U.S. government. Look, if they can come for Kimmel, they can come for anybody.